Hey, what's up guys and welcome back to Anime King. And today I'm gonna be giving you part 32 of What If Tsunade Was Naruto's mother. Remember to get this one to 100 like as usual. Share this to all of your friends on your social media platform. And after this I'm gonna be posting What If Kurama Gave Naruto a Dojutsu. So stay in tune and check out that. And on my second channel, I posted a new episode of What If Naruto Got a New Bloodline. So go ahead and enjoy that. And I also posted an episode of Uchiha Naruto the Sage. So go ahead and check out that. And if this is the first time you're hearing about my second channel, it's named Anime King 2 and I'll be leaving a link at the top of the description for you guys to enjoy. And if it's the first time you hear my voice overall, what are you waiting for? Go ahead and click that red subscribe button and join the Anime King family and be a part of the channel. And thank you all for your support and help. And comment down below and tell me if you're new. I'll be replying and talking back to all of you. So without further ado, let's get straight into this. The last part mainly consists on Naruto's and Rock Lee's fight, as the fight was pretty brutal, but in the end, Naruto won. As Tsunade then delivers some bad news that because of the blows that Naruto gave Rock Lee, his life as a shinobi is over. That made Naruto really upset as he didn't want to end Lee's shinobi career, so he asked his mother if she could do anything, as she said that there was a procedure, but she would have to wait until Lee healed from his injuries before she attempt to fix the most dangerous one. And with that, Naruto took that as he didn't want Lee shinobi career to be over. So yeah, that was basically the last part we left off. You guys can switch across and check it out for yourself. So with Naruto match over, the preliminaries are officially finished. But given the state of the arena, the Hokage could not explain what happened next because the arena was total. So he led all of them to the room where Tsunade and Jiraiya went as they talk about Naruto when they just arrived. Once everyone entered the room, the Sandaime went on to tell them about the finals are going to happen and they were going to get 1 month training period so they can learn new skills and abilities. As the Hokage told them about the finals, as he then told them their fighting would be selected by them drawing a number, as Anko had a box. As Anko then started to call out, first was Dosu as he got 12, the next was Amoy as he got 14, the next was Temari as she got 3, the next was Yujito, she got number 5, the next was Kankuro who got number 9, the next was Haku who got number 15, the next was Gaara who got 11, and the next was Sasuke who got 13, and Neji got 1. Next, Senju Naruto, said Anko. After hearing his name called, Naruto walked up to Anko. As Naruto placed his hand, as he then took out the first ball that his hand touched, he then looked at the number. As he started to chuckle, it then turned into a dark laugh. What is Naruto doing? Thought Haku. What is going on with Naruto? Thought Ino. What number did the brat draw? Thought Zabuza as he saw the look in Naruto's eyes. Hey kid, what number you have? Asked Anko, who was starting to get impatient with Naruto. Naruto then spun around as he showed Neji his number. Number 2, said Naruto with a cold evil look. Wait, number 2? Said Ino in surprise. Then that means, said Sakura, realizing what that meant, Naruto and Neji will be facing off against each other in the first round of the finals, said Tenten, as Naruto was angry at Neji for what he did to Hinata and he was going to make him pay. Troublesome, muttered Shikamaru. When Sarutobi heard the number that Naruto picked and hear who Naruto was facing, he was wondering if he should change the matches because the arena wouldn't be able to handle a pissed off Senju. Well, this should be entertaining, thought Zabuza with an amused smirk behind his mask. Better him than me, thought Kiba with a smirk, since he wasn't happy with the fact that Neji almost killed his teammate. That Hyuga punk is in for it now, thought Tsunade with a cold smirk. So, Senju, it seems like me and you are going to face off in the first battle. Fate has already declared me the winner, Neji thought, as he looked back at Naruto coldly. It seems like your precious fate have betrayed you and handed you straight towards me on a silver platter. I suggest you use your remaining time thinking about your fate wisely. Because when we meet 1 month from now, said Naruto as he held up the stone ball, I will crush you, as he then crumbled up the stone ball in his hand, causing some of the genin to step back in fear. Damn, Naruto can be pretty scary when he's pissed, commented Amoy, and for once his teammate Karu completely agreed with him, as she was seriously having second thoughts of going up against Naruto after seeing Naruto's battle with Lee and that monstrous strength that he possessed, and she knew that she wasn't nowhere fast as Lee, so Naruto would be able to catch her like easy. Soon enough though, Naruto walked back to his mother and the others as Uncle called out the remaining names. Shino got number 10, Samui got number 16, Karu got number 8, Choji got number 6, and Sai got number 7, and finally Shikamaru got number 4. Once everyone got their numbers, Ibiki revealed a large board showing how everyone would move up and go through the tournament. As everyone looked at the board, Round 1, Naruto vs Neji, Round 2, Shikamaru vs Temari, Round 3, Yujito vs Choji, Round 4, Sai vs Karu, Round 5, Kankuro vs Shino, Round 6, Gaara vs Dosu, Round 7, Sasuke vs Amoy, Round 8, Haku vs Samui. When everyone saw how the matches were set up, their reactions were different. Troublesome, I have to fight another girl? Thought Shikamaru, as he found out that he has to face another girl in the finals. Damn it, I'm in the same draw as Gaara. Maybe I should forfeit because Gaara is going to crush that Dosu guy. I don't want to fight Gaara, thought Kankuro as he was nervous. Said Sasuke, I see my opponent is that Kumo guy. He was not one of the one I was hoping for, but this should be interesting, thought Sasuke. Uchiha Sasuke, Senju Naruto, thought Gaara, as they were the two people he wanted to fight most in this exam. This is perfect, thought Neji with a small smile. So I am the one that gets the first crack at the Uchiha. I have to be careful with him, thought Amoy. I see, so I'm facing that Kunoichi from Kumo, thought Haku. Crap, I'm up against that Yujito girl? No, this can't be, Choji said as he was worrying, as he heard how Naruto described her and that she was really strong and she even beat Kiba down to a pulp. This could be difficult, thought Yujito. This first match should be easy, but if I pass it, I would have to face Karu or Genin from the mist. I want to face off against Naruto, so I will have to run through all of my opponents and don't let anyone get in my way, said Yujito. I couldn't ask for a better fight, Naruto said, that smirk on his face, as the first thing he wanted to do was crush Neji. Then he's going to fight off against Temari or Shikamaru, and then he will face off against Tenten, and then his match with Yujito, and then either Sasuke or Gaara. So after that, Sarutobi then explained all about how they are going to become Chunins. Even if they lose their matches, they can still win, because they're going to be judged by all different judges, and one of them being him. After that, he dismissed all of them, as Kakashi took Sasuke and Sonshin to seal away the curse mark. Tsunade was about to do the same, but Naruto told her to give him 5 minutes, as he walked over to the Cloud team. Hey guys, Naruto said. Yo Naruto, B greeted. Give me some, said B as he held out his hand, as Naruto gave him a fist bump. It's good to see you, B sensei, Naruto told him. So, did I live up to your standards? Naruto asked, as B was basically Naruto's Kinjutsu teacher with the sword. Your battle was off the hook, a right-handed smash with a downward crash, Killer B said with his usual rhymes. Indeed, both your battles were great impressive, Naruto. You have become a lot stronger since we last saw you, said Samui. Thanks, so have all of you, replied Naruto. I expect to meet you in the third round, Naruto, because I will not forgive you if you lost to someone else. That pleasure belongs to me. That said, Naruto smirked. Oh, don't worry, I have no intention of losing, especially to the Hyuga or the girl from the sun, Naruto said. And I am looking forward to our rematch. As suddenly, Ino grabbed Naruto as she clutched onto his arm. Naruto, you were amazing, especially when fighting Lee. I knew you would win, she said, as she pushed herself against him. As Naruto flinched slightly in pain, as he was still a little bit sore from his recent fight. At seeing this scene, a small tick mark appeared on Yujito's forehead, as Samui also frowned. Oh yeah, thanks Ino, Naruto replied with a small smile. Oh, do you know these guys, Naruto? Said Ino as she finally took notice of the Kumo team. Oh yeah, this is Yujito, Amoy, Karu, and their sensei Killer Bee, and you already know Samui. Upon seeing Samui, Ino narrowed her eyes as she of course remembered the girl that defeated her in the preliminaries. It also didn't help that Ino was slightly jealous of Samui's breast size. A pleasure, said Yujito with a smile, which was clearly forced. Yeah, nice to meet you, Ino said with a frown, as she clutched onto Naruto's arm even tighter, as she didn't like how familiar the girls were to him. Excuse me, said a voice from behind them. If you kindly don't mind, please let go of my future husband's arm, said a familiar voice from behind them. At hearing this, Naruto and Ino turned around, as they saw Hattori Mai walking over to them with an annoyed look on her face. He's not your husband, Naruto is with me, stated Ino as she still clutched onto Naruto's arm and glared at Mai. Huh? And pray tell, why would Naruto want to be with a weakling like you, who lost her match so quickly? Mai said with a cold smirk. I would not be insulting Ino's match, since if memory serves, you lost your match also, said Haku as she walked up to the group. Oh, it's you, Ice Princess. Come and try and take Naruto back, but I'm afraid that you can't have him, Mai replied, as she grabbed hold of Naruto's free arm and gave Haku a saucy look. This act, of course, made Naruto blush from embarrassment as he had a girl on each arm. Haku and Ino did not take this well, where Ino glared angry at Mai and a large teeth mark appeared on Haku's head. Not far away, Tsunade and the others watched the scene unfold. As Jiraiya saw this, a thought quickly popped into his head and he started to giggle. The brat is already a chick magnet, like his old man. He already has girls fighting over him. Minato, you would be so proud, thought Jiraiya as he continued to giggle and write while wiping away imaginary tears of joy. Although as he did, inward he was crying with anime tears. Why things like that can't happen to me, he wondered. Kushina and Shizune were also amused by the situation, where they smiled as they planned on teasing Naruto about this later. Tsunade on the other hand wasn't happy about this, as she had a frown on her face and her right eye started to twitch with annoyance. It got even worse when she saw Mai grab Naruto's left arm, as she was still angry at the girl for what she did after the battle. Shouldn't you be with your sensei and preparing to leave the village, since you did not qualify for the finals? Haku replied calmly. Yeah, why don't you just go back to your village where you belong, stated Ino as she clutched onto Naruto's arm tightly. At this, Mai smiled. Actually no, I have arranged with my sensei for me to stay here longer and watch the finals, because I want to see what my future husband is fully capable of. Since after seeing Naruto's fight with Lee, my interest got even more as she wanted to see what Naruto was capable of. Besides, this gave me and Naruto some time to get to know each other better. He's not your future husband, declared Ino angrily as she tried to pull Naruto away, but Mai held on strong. As this was happening, Naruto felt like he was in a tug of war, Mai pulling to his left and Ino to his right. I agree, replied Haku, as she slowly started to lose her patience with Mai. And who else is there? Asked Mai. Oh, certainly not you. You may be tough, Ice Princess, and you don't look that bad, but what else do you have to offer? Because you're just a cup. At the remark, Haku blushed slightly in embarrassment by the mention of her breast size, as, even though she was being insulted, Haku kept her cool, as she remained calm so to not to let Mai know that she got to her. But behind that cool, Haku's eyes held murder intent where a dark aura surrounded her. When Naruto saw this, he started to worry as he wondered what is going to happen, as he saw a demonic figure right behind Haku, proving that she was a student of the Demon of the Mist. Mai ignored all of her glare as she then turned to Ino. You, on the other hand, have less to offer since you will not even last 10 seconds within your battle. And quite frankly, you're even more smaller than the Ice Princess. I would be more threatened by Miss Cow over there. When Mai said this, Ino got red with rage as she glared daggers at Mai, especially for the remark about her breast size. Samui also took insult of Mai's remark, knowing that she was referring to her as Miss Cow, as the insult was further annoying to her since Mai was basically the same size as well. Although I will say this, you're more developed than that board over there, Mai said, referring to Karu. What the hell did you just say, witch? Karu asked out angrily. You heard me, Mai replied with a smirk as she looked over at Karu. Oh crap, thought Naruto, knowing that things were going to get worse, since Karu had serious issues when people talk about her undeveloped chest. Well, at least I don't dress up like some whore, Karu responded angrily. Well, unlike you, I actually have something to show, flat chest, said Mai, as Karu. Rage started to build up inside of her, as she then growled and took a step forward, but she was stopped by Samui. No, Karu, not here. I suggest you watch your mouth. I won't let anyone insult my teammates, said Yujito, as she stepped forward and channeled chakra to her fingernails as they grew long. Mai, of course, was not intimidated as she just smirked. It looks like someone is overdue a trimming. Once Yujito heard this, she narrowed her eyes in anger. At the same time, she could hear the Nibi telling her to claw my eyes out. From the sidelines, Amoy and Killer Bee watched the whole scene between the 6 girls as the tension became so thick. It was like lightning was coming from the girls' eyes. Most of all, when Mai insulted them. Sensei, don't you think you should step in and stop them? Asked Amoy as he turned to Killer Bee. I'm cool, but I ain't no fool, replied Killer Bee, because he was smart enough to know not to get in between a cat fight between kunoichis. At the same time, Naruto could only sigh as he wondered how the hell he got himself in between the situation. At the same time, he felt like a piece of meat. Fortunately though, before things could get out of hands, all of them freeze when they sense something dark coming from behind Naruto. As they turned to see Tsunade, as she had a black, demonic presence around her. It made her look like a demon as her eyes was red with rage. Ino and Karu got timid under Tsunade's stare, but the other girls held their fear, but it was still troubling them. But Mai wasn't concerned. Great, the old hag is here, she muttered. Tsunade picked up on this, but she cooled her temper for a second, since she had more important things to deal with for now. If you girls don't mind, I have some important business to speak with my son, she said in a dangerous tone, to say that none of you don't mess with her. Ino quickly let go of Naruto's arm as Mai looked at Tsunade and frowned, as she then let go while glaring at Tsunade, but she let go slowly, just for the spite of it. Once Mai and Ino let go of him, Naruto could feel his mother stare down on him. Well girls, I guess I'll see you next month for the fight, as Naruto couldn't get to finish it, as Tsunade grabbed him by the ear and started dragging him. Mom, what are you doing? That hurt! Naruto cried out. I'm taking you to get that thing sealed up and get your injuries healed, and after that we're going to have a long talk of what you've been doing for the past 6 months. As everyone had sweat drops on the back of their heads, as Jiraiya just snickered in amusement. Seeing that Naruto always allowed Tsunade to bust him when he was doing his perverted things, and Tsunade always beat on him, it was time for the kid to get punished, and it's time for him to laugh. But it was short-lived, as Tsunade used her free hand to grab his ear as well and start to pull him. What the hell? Cried Jiraiya as Tsunade started to pull him by the ear. Because one way or another, I know you have something to do with this and you're going to answer for it, said Tsunade. No, I am innocent, Jiraiya cried out as Tsunade pulled the both of them through the double doors. Time skip. About 5 days later after the whole event, Naruto was taken out of Konoha by Jiraiya, Shizune, his mother, and his two senseis to train for the finals. Naruto was grateful to be out of the hospital because after his mother has used the evil sealing method to seal the curse mark, he lost consciousness and he was out for 3 days. After he woke up, his mother explained what happened to him, as she explained that she made Jiraiya added some more seals. So if the first one failed, another seal would reactivate. So for the remaining 2 days, Naruto had to stay in bed to rest his body after his battle with Mai and Lee. During that time, Tsunade had Naruto tell her everything that happened in the past 6 months, even when he first met Killer Bee and the rest of the Kumo team when they were on the road. After traveling for most of the day, Jiraiya, Tsunade and the others finally arrived to a large valley a distance away from Konoha so they could train in private. When they arrived and they set up the camp, Naruto asked, "So mom, what are we going to train in first?" Well, when you were unconscious doing the seal, Jiraiya, Yamato and Kushin and I discussed what should we train you first, and we discussed that we are going to train you how to harness and use the Kyuubi's power, Tsunade said. Really? Asked Naruto, since he knew how hesitant his mother was with him using the Kyuubi's chakra, but now she was going to allow him to train with that. Yes, given how you will be probably facing off against 2 Jinchurikis in the finals, we believe it is best for you to be able to sum up some of the Kyuubi's chakra and help you while in battle, answered Tsunade. But I thought you said I should avoid using the Kyuubi's power at all costs, because if I was exposed as a Jinchuriki, those Akatsuki guys might come after me. Yes, I know, but the Akatsuki's are most likely to come after you one day after they learn about your Mokiton bloodline limit. But wouldn't I just be better to learn more about the Mokiton bloodline, since that is how my ancestor Hoshirama was able to control the Biju in the first place, Naruto said with a frown confused face. It was at this point Yamato joined the conversation. With all due respect Naruto, your skill in Mokiton has improved, but suppressing the power of the Biju is no easy task, regardless of having the Mokiton limit or not. You are able to suppress the power of the Biju inside of you because that is inside of you, and the power resides in your body. But suppressing another tail beast is a whole nother matter. I will train you in what I know, but even so, that is a little, because I have never used my Mokiton ability to suppress a Biju before. It is also a high chance that it will be too much for you to suppress, especially if they have full control over their Biju. Naruto nodded, since what Yamato said made a lot of sense and he couldn't deny it. So, do you really think that they will use your Biju's power? Naruto asked. I would be surprised if they didn't, since it is far too coincidental that both Kumo and the San enter their Jinchuriki in the exam this year when you and Sasuke are in it. My thought is that they sent them to kill both you and Sasuke in the Chunin exams before either of you can become a threat. I already told you, Kushina Sensei, Yujito and the others are not like that. They are my friends and you saw that for yourself, Naruto said, defending his friends. Maybe, but they are shinobi first, and it is possible that the Raikage has given them order to kill both you and Sasuke in the exam, just like Hanzo did with his granddaughter, Kushina said. Naruto could not find anything to say back, because he just couldn't think that his friends will actually try to kill him. Fine, I see your point, but why is a San out to get me and Sasuke? Aren't we allies? Asked Naruto. Just because we're allies doesn't mean that we're not rival. As shinobi, we contend for a mission to support the village, and right now the San is in a bad spot, Jiraiya replied. What do you mean? Asked Naruto. From what I heard, the San is in decline. The Wind Daimyo is slowly reducing the San funding and sending a mission that they would normally get to us. My guess is that they send that San kid to defeat both you and Sasuke and take you out, since you two are the last heirs to the founding clan of Konoha, and also are the favorites to win the exam. They are probably hoping by defeating you and Sasuke in the Chunin exams, it will show that they are no weak pushover and they will probably get a raise in their incoming mission from the Wind Daimyo. Naruto frowned when he heard this because he had no idea that the Chunin exams play such an important part in village rivalry. Eventually, after a few more minutes of discussing the matter, Tsunade decided that they should get started, as she started Naruto out with meditating, trying to get contact with the Kyuubi. Naruto wasn't so thrilled to make contact or do meditation because he hates staying still. So for the next few hours, Naruto spent the rest of his time meditating, but he failed to make contact with the Kyuubi. Later at dinner, the group discussed what could be preventing Naruto from making contact with the Kyuubi. After discussion, the two best theories they could come up with that was when Naruto was growing up, he developed some kind of natural mental block that could make him make contact with the Kyuubi subconsciously. The other theory was it was because of Naruto's Mokiton bloodline. It was suppressing the Biju too much and he was unable to contact with Naruto. During the conversation, Jiraiya jokingly thought about pushing Naruto off a cliff so he could make contact with the Kyuubi. The next day, the group decided to restart Naruto meditation as it was the best way to get contact with the Kyuubi. Yamato decided to change the terrain as he made a waterfall. Naruto took off his clothes and just was in his black shorts as he went under the waterfall and closed his eyes. He then felt nothing but darkness around him as he snapped back open his eyes and he was no longer near the waterfall. Inside of Naruto's mindscape, Naruto was walking down a massive hallway as he then saw a small light. As he ran down there, jackpot, he said, as he then arrived to a giant gate that was being held together with a piece of paper marked seal. As Naruto walked closer to the cage, he saw the glowing eyes that made him stop in his tracks and saw the sharp fangs that could just gobble him up in one bite. So, this is the Kyuubi. Come closer, said the voice. Naruto slowly made his way to the gate, all the while keeping his sense on high alert since he did not fully trust the fox. As soon as he got close enough, the giant fox lashed out at Naruto and tried to pierce him, but Naruto flipped back. I would love nothing more than to devour you, but this gate will not open. Thanks to this disgusting seal that your father, the fourth Hokage, placed on here, I cannot get out. The Kyuubi growled in rage. You know that my father is the fourth Hokage? Naruto asks. Of course. I also know that you're a descendant of Hoshirama Senju, the first Hokage of Konoha, which is why my power and influence have been suppressed so much. So tell me, why have you come here after all this time? I want your power, said Naruto, looking at the fox right in the eye as he was showing his dominance, not making the fox coward him down. So, you want my power? But guys, I'm gonna be ending this episode right here. If you want to see the next part of this, you already know what to do. Like, subscribe, comment down below, and turn on that bell notification, stay posted. Remember, share to all of your friends in your social media platform. But for now guys, I'm out. Peace.